blade's got demons. It's gonna take more than fresh air to clear her head.
Watch out!
Isolate.
I think we first got last one.
Enemy spotted A.
Watch your eyes!
Last player standing.
Bend us, Sky. Find your strength along the way.
Go. Where?
Enough playing with our food.
A gift.
Don't get some cheese.
Don't stop.
Scout destroyed.
Reloading.
Hawk out. Reload. Hawk out.
Concussing!
Reloading.
Last player standing.
You have money.
Careful now!
Look them in the eyes when you kill them.
That's a good spot.
I got yous, okay?
Come on, let's go!
Destroyed. Seal up, squad.
Spike down. C.
Going up! Carry us down. Watch your eyes!
Last player standing.
as a unit, okay? Last thing I need is some hero messing things up.
That works.
Drown out enemy rays.
Face your fear! Spike down, attacker spawn.
You had your fun. My turn.
Last player standing.
I'll outshine all their radiance.
I think I go B or C.
A gift.
Oh, yes. You guys split. Yes, you guys did.
They are so dead.
Their hope is their poison.
Astagfirullahaladzim, aing nembak bener.
I know exactly.
Spike down, C.
Come B.
Last player standing. Spike down, attacker spawn.
Pipe down.
30 seconds left.
Fire in the hole!
One enemy remaining.
Buy stuff, chick, little skrrr, do my done. Yeah? That works. Reload it. Reload him.
Here.
Let's go.
Can open door. Open door.
Smoke's ready.
I think we go C. Go C. Go C. Viper has all of them.
Running C, running C.
Yeah. Just. Yeah, he needs to do his thing. No, please don't push. Please don't push. You wanna. Like, you wanna hold here, can.
I don't think so.
One enemy remaining.
Hawk out.
ใช่
I am not pleased with something. This is crazy. It feels like we've been doing this forever. Anyone else feel like that?
Fun display.
Need a drop.
A gift. Nowhere to run!
Spike down A.
Hawk out! Reloading.
Lights down. Careful now.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Enemy down.
You had your fun. My turn.
Let's go! Bunch of guys, A. Down.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Target down.
One enemy remaining.
Watch your eyes!
Thirty seconds left.
Lights planted. Ooh, that's going on a highlight reel for sure.
Nice.
No charges left.
Phoenix, you're killing it out there.
That's a good sponsor.
Back each other up.
I attack Sova 100.
See.
Reloading.
I think go A to Phoenix. Go A.
Plant the spike.
Spike planted. Hawk out!
One enemy
Not your
remaining.
best.
Hawk out!
Where?
Time to hunt.
Scout destroyed.
Done here.
Can only be one hero. Twitchy here, let's go already. That works. They are so dead.
No backing out now.
Ready though.
Reloading.
My ult switch.
Fire in the hole! Heal up, squad. Hawk out.
Spike planted.
Face your fear!
Remaining.
Time to hunt.
I would apologize to them, but alas, they are dead.
Trust each other. That's all.
Can I peek C first and then give you off the
A gift.
Come here. Chamber, no.
Who will I spot first?
Yep. I want to peek this angle first and then I give you off.
Reloading.
Here. Come see, go see, wait, Cypher, see defender.
Go on my mark.
Spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
Watching this spot.
I have them.
Hawk out. Here. Hawk out.
Teleport gone.
Last round before the switch.
Can't take anything with us after that.
That's a good
Go for
spot.
broke.
Gun here.
Let's choke them.
Come on, let's go.
Ah, anjing.
I know exactly.
Careful now.
Buried.
Here.
Smoke's resonating.
Go.
Plant the spike.
Spike planted.
No two.
Smoke's resonating.
Time to Hunt. Scout destroyed.
That's a concuss. Right here, right now. I'm concussing.
Blinded.
Switching sides.
Remember, nobody's a hero when they're crying for air.
Don't give them ground. Help! Embarrassing.
One enemy remaining.
Open it, dog.
Spike down A.
Hawk out.
Teleport's ready.
Spike.
Spotted A.
I am sorry, we could not work out our differences.
Watch my tech, everyone. If I go it left and you go right, I can't hear you.
That works.
Turn it up. Help. Here.
Nice. Punai, punai. Tree, all tree.
Teleport's ready.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Nice. Nice.
If anyone needs an energy boost out there, I got it.
A gift.
Bonne chance, mes amis.
No!
Downwind.
Nice.
Oh my. See one.
Hawk out.
Enemy remaining. Spike planted.
Watch your eyes. Flash.
Last standing.
Nowhere to run!
Nice try, mate.
Clutch.
Don't even try me.
They keep trying to silence us.
I need
We
a
keep
drop.
talking.
That's a good spot.
I waited for you, I waited for you. You don't know you're there. Going tree. Raise on side already.
Someone's A.
Raise on side. Careful, Evan.
Hawk out. Blind.
Spike planted.
Time to hunt.
My ult is ready.
One enemy remaining.
Missing. 7 missing.
Teleport's ready.
Going up!
Don't even start that shit, mate.
Don't start resting. There's still work to do.
I can buy for you. My treat. That works.
Face your fear!
Guy!
There's the eye. Spike's here. Next. Spike's here.
Enemy spotted A.
I'm too far.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, Jack.
Here, I'm buying.
One enemy remaining.
What the fuck? Guy! Here.
30 seconds left. Ten seconds left.
It's a shame you have to die, but you are not part of my bigger picture.
Match point. Sound is everything on the battlefield, so
I
listen.
can buy for you. My treat. A gift.
I'll take everything from them.
Took over second.
My ultimate is ready.
Alpak, kayak dirinya anjing.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
My time.
And choke their sight.
They are so dead. That's a good spot.
I need a smoke. Éxito, señores. Multiple enemies. C. Back off.
Spike down A.
Spike's here.
One enemy remaining.
Last in C.
Enemy spotted C.
Okay, quick break.
Defenders win.
This was fun. We should do it again.
Flash!
Yo, man. Banyak yang ngayak. Udah main ya itu ya. Ini dari tadi. Ini. Nonton BRX bro.
Teams 2-0 on split so far here in stage 1, so I think this is going to be really pivotal to how the rest of the season and then pinch the site.
To take, as we always are there going to be changes here in the compositions? Because
Sure.
Frost is going to have something specific that he think will counteract the way that Paper Rex like to play this map. So what's he going to bring out?
We just seen that Deadlock Cypher lose in the previous match. So I kind of like to see them mix it up. Also, Pearl is an entirely unknown for both of these teams.
Yeah, that's very true. And like you said, both of these teams like Split. They like playing Split. They're pretty good at it. But the last time they faced off, the last few times they faced off against each other, the veto was really fascinating from Global Esports, and it seemed to counter against Paper X really well.
Yeah, I mean, Jin kept ulting into it. Yes. Right? I'd like to hope that he's learnt a little bit from back then, and he can, ult away from it in some ways. But I do think this is going to be a super exciting map one to start on. So yeah, I'm very curious about compositions. I really want to see which way Global Esports is going to take this in particular.
I mean, I think if they stick with the veto, then they're setting themselves up decently well. You've got a lot of util coming in from Paper X. You can deny, like you said, Jing with that raise, paint shells, showstoppers, etc. Not to mention you have the evolution to be able to try to survive those, as well as the sky. So I think that they could just stick with it. But again, it's Global Esports, it's Frost. They might have something else completely different up their sleeve that they want to bring through. But for Paper X, I don't see them making any changes to this. I think it's just still going to be that raised jet, something a middling performance, let's say, on the first Neon outing, and then very quickly starts slipping down a slope. So I think
ini kan sekarang PRX itu 21 ya kalau nggak salah ya. Nah yang satunya itu gue tonton, yang duanya gue tonton cuma sedikit-dikit.
I think it's going to be a very good decision.
Yeah. I mean, seeing it back on the jet is always such a delight, especially on Split. Now, given our predictions in the first match, Jackal, we predicted Paper X this time. Shall we discuss this prediction? It could go either way.
Exactly. I think both of these games today, I was pretty torn. I'm surprised we all landed on going in the same direction. For me, it was just the fact of that game last week for Global Esports where they looked inexperienced against big names on the other side. So that's kind of playing into it for me. But that's exactly the story of RRQ where they were winning, they had a tough game, we all go against them, and then they rebound. So the same is possible.
The thing that I can take away from Global Esports last week was that they certainly looked off kilter. They can't afford to have that happen again. But the problems they were having were very fixable. They just need to play with a little bit more patience, because like we were talking to Sliggy earlier, they were getting so far ahead of their utility. They weren't allowing for people to fall into the traps that they were trying to set. They were just getting out in front of it and then just getting mauled. So if they're able to avoid doing that, if they're able to keep the players reined in and have a much more steady approach, then I think they're going to have a very good series.
Well, if Frost can finally break their lose streak against Paper Rex, I think this is going to be huge for the team, for their mental, because this is one of those teams you kind of just want to beat before you go on to win big things and big trophies. With that, we are going to send it to the stage. We're going to welcome Global Esports facing Paper Rex once more.
PRX.
Today's matchup. Paper Rex.
Paper Rex versus Global Esports. This is always a fun head-to-head. I'm glad we are here to see it happen once more now. Paper Rex have been winning most of their matches here in Stage 1, but their one loss against Gen G has put them in a bit of a precarious position when you're in a very competitive group, like Group Alpha. 6-7.
Perfect day to do it when you're on the desk, Achilles. I know how much you love 6-7.
I hope Global
Apa
Esports.
coba ini?
I hope this is a 2-0. I hope they dominate them, and I hope that all of the Paper X players, particularly Forsaken and Jing, cry at the end of this.
You're a horrible human being. You can't stop something from rolling, making Frost's life really hard there. And he did no such thing. He looks like he's ready and locked in.
Yeah, I mean, this team, we expect so much of them. All the time, we talk about how great this team can be. We've seen them win internationals.
They're in the mood.
They can go all the way, but I want to see consistency. I think a dominant win is what's needed for Paper Rex today to head towards playoffs with full confidence.
But you know what? Paper Rex love making their lives harder, so maybe they will make their lives harder. And Global Esports is a team that can definitely do it. They've shown how capable they are. They've shown how talented each of their players are. And Frost definitely just wants to beat Alex because we all keep making fun of him, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna want it to end at some point.
I mean, absolutely. We've seen how close it can get between these two teams in kickoff. This map's going all the way to OT.
Thank you, Global.
This squad has so much potential.
Udotan
not 6-7 today. They're far too locked in and super
Respectable, honest little walkout. Little thumbs up. A walk on stage into the intricate fist bumps and handshakes with Frost. This is a team that I can get behind. All the way to London, baby!
Look, I mean, I'd love for you to be right. I think this is a team that really can do damage. I just don't think they're quite hitting their ceiling. Last week against KRX was really proof of that. Oh, I still think there is growth left in this team. It's just about how quickly can they find it.
Yeah, I mean, it's frankly two very brutal series to have back-to-back with Global Esports.
Yeah.
That has, a lot of exterior implications on it. The rivalry, the fact that Alex has always been able to best use the beat between Frost and Term, to be able to go from one to the other, and then if you walk away with a win in neither, it's gonna be a really rough feeling, especially considering that you still might, might not make another playoff.
Yeah.
And that would really sting, when you know your team absolutely has the potential. They've already started off really strong here. This is not how you want to go. Halfway through, it just slips through your fingers. And I think this map drop, I'm a little sad we're not going to see the fracture, but of course, again, we're not entirely surprised, seeing how both of these teams play fracture. But Split is going to be the first map, and I really like seeing something back on that jet, so...
Yeah, I mean, me too. I love it when teams are okay leaning in for that comfort. We know how strong something is on this agent, so let him play it. And you guys all know the saying, it's only bangers on Split, so I expect today to be no different.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams have shown their proficiency on this map. So, again, the big question is really just what does Global Esports bring?
Yes.
Because they're the team that we expect to make changes, if any are going to be coming through at all. Paper X, I think they're going to be very set in their ways. There's no real reason to divert away from what you have been running. So, Global, do you have something else up your sleeve to try to counteract this? I don't think they necessarily need to make the pivot. Again, I think the veto, if they bring that out, can do wonders against this composition for Paper X, but I've never really been able to wrap my brain around what Frost does, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, he thrives on being different, and he's all about throwing off the preparation on the other side, and Paper X are a team that knows how to prep well.
Here we go.
Taking a look.
Okay.
No change on the side of Paper X Global Esports, though. We are going to be seeing that Vice.
Yeah.
A very rare one for Split. Not many teams bring out Vice on this map. Typically, I mean, look, again, they'd be playing the veto, but otherwise, Cypher is kind of still one of your big ones that comes up here, so this is a different flavor from Global Esports.
Yeah, I mean, we see a lot of talk about Vice, about how strong it is, or how strong it could potentially be, I should say, in this meta, because it's all about stopping that Neon. It's one of the better answers that we have out there, and in regard to the rest of the Sentinel role, she sits quite strong, but no Neon on the side of Paper X, so I don't think they're going to be super effective by this.
Yeah, this is very curious. Like you said, never know what Frost is thinking, but if it works, then he can tell us all about it. We're going to send it over to casters. Maybe they have a better idea. Quack and Pilsky, what you make of this?
I
I think we do have a little bit of a better idea, in fact, but I also do just want to toss out the fact that this matchup, both teams, whoever wins actually locks in playoffs, does matter quite a bit. A bit more weight for Global Esports perhaps as well, because their next opponents, you know, you've got Nunggu on the cards. Things can get tossed up in this group once again, and, you know, albeit it's a slight chance, I do feel as though there's more weight, and G definitely wants to lock it in. Now, for the comp, this is something that we see a little bit from the Americas region, actually. It's NRG and Crew that play this comp as well.
Yeah, so, you know, we have seen that a little bit over there. Maybe some influence for Global Esports coming in. They've got quite an array of a coaching staff, so they've got plenty of the boys on the coaching staff team to watch some of the VODs over there and get some of those ideas flowing. I've seen GE be quite dynamic with some of their comps, but is that going to be good enough to beat an 0-7 matchup scoreline between Frost and Alex, and the fact that Global Esports as an organization has never beaten Paper X? Doesn't matter how far back you go, they have never beaten them. They were very close, and in fact on Split, it was the closest map of all of them the last 2 times these teams played. It was 14-12, I believe, in the favor of PRX. A very winnable series for GE, and just in the last series, we saw everybody predict against RRQ. Now everyone's predicted against GE, and I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned, Quack.
I know, this definitely could be the first time that GE actually takes a dub, but that all comes down to this map. So let's make like a banana and split GE on the attack.
Hate it here.
Just the Neon for now over A ramp. We saw it last week with Team Secret, and Paper Rex right off the rip are just as ready.
Hello, Yudatam. Nice knowing you, buddy. GE, in the meantime, though, they're in the garage like a bunch of mechanics. They're looking to fix up this round the best they can.
Yeah, no one's home.
Creeping out onto the B side for free now. Paper X have spotted them. It's a bit of a weird wall from the defense. Might see that one on Twitter later as Crystal gets the plant down.
Even extending their reach a little bit towards back CT.
You have the Arcros to try to set up order from aggressive play hand in hand with Xavi 8K. There's a snakebite in reply as Paper X start to make some moves on the flank.
Towards garage and the smoke. Oh my god, the shots through it. Something. When do you ever see that against Frost out? That's when.
Yeah. 3 kills for Jing. Round's well and truly over. Come on, Divide. Okay. Yeah, I thought. I'm like, come on. Let's give him the showstopper. Especially given the last game that Jing had to play against GE on this map. I believe like 3 or 4 times his showstopper got eaten by the Interceptor just on Split, and then it happened on Bind a whole bunch as well.
Back and kick off.
Well, something and Jing. That is the dynamic duelist duo that you want to see fragging like crazy on this map. Already a bad sign for GE.
Oh, my game just lagged.
Okay. Didn't seem to matter though.
Just another Tuesday.
It's Friday, Quack.
I know.
Where are?
Sometimes get your days mixed up, but not gonna happen for now with Paper Rex. Forsaken quickly backing off.
Tucking into the back of the side, so that's the paranoia to work with if GE pick up the pace into him.
Trailblazer does scout out the rest of A as well, so should be a comfortable rotation for Paper Rex over. No shot though. Quick slide with Yudotan.
Bit of revenge for the last round, as the wall does go down any second here for GE. They need to buy some more time. Nobody wants to peek heaven for the time being. They're waiting for the gas.
Yeah, especially with the guns that they do have. You got the Vise Flash set up already though, or the Thorns. And that's going to be another obstacle for Paper X to deal with. Smokes off towards Heaven, but Divide in position. Out with the flying giant!
Oh, Jaing, mantap.
Patman does good to try to keep things competitive, taking a couple more guns away from Paper X, but despite losing Forsaken in the back of the site, Paper X still well and truly in the driver's seat because Jing is still on the raise, let's be honest. Judge handed over to him. Now he's got the showstopper ready to go into the bonus. And you don't have the veto anymore to be eating the rocket.
Oh my
god.
Yep. Great satchel movement. That's what he's known for.
He's so quick. He's not whiffing on the shots as well. That's going to be showstopper round 3.
Couple of shotguns in the mix. 3 shotties here for Paper X. The main control taken early on here by GE. Not much more movement around the map. They were quite passive outside of A, worried that there might be a set play straight out A. Something on the off angle takes a chunk out of Crystal, dashes away.
I'll be damned. A bit more control for GE now.
Ooh. My God. Both Crystal and Uditan battered and bruised. In goes the showstopper looking for Patman. Jing against his former teammate. Oh, that's great movement. They're all so low though.
Well, they're still going to look to explode outside of mailroom, but PaperX are very much prepared. It's going to be Javi with a slight trade back. Smokes off towards screens, but up the stairs. But then you got Forsaken outside, still on the site, with shotgun in hand, upgraded to a rifle. Another player getting taken down, and now this is bonus for PaperX.
This is looking like it's about to be a stomp. Patman though, at least taking one down with him, but Jing on the off angle, not going to be so easy to flatten. As he said, 3-0 for PaperX. Bonus picked up. The Outlaw finding value. Forsaken with a judge. And a showstopper to go looking for the There's so many things that went so well in that round for PaperX.
Down B. One enemy remains.
A little bit less so for GE, unfortunately. 3 shotguns.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of talking about it on the desk, but even just from the walkout, you could tell they were in a mood today. That's dangerous. PaperX having fun is one of the most dangerous things as an opponent of theirs.
It's just freaky how this team can make calls on a switch. Smoked off his middle.
Uditan straight up into vents. Paranoida trying to set him up. He's donated himself to Defy in Heaven. Decent trade for Crystal. Meanwhile, on the A side of the map, though, the Trailblazer is met with a Sheriff.
And now met with flashes. Undeterred, however, PaperX just continues to press W.
Forsaken has TP past the wall on the other side of the map. That's a bit of a whiff for something. Surprised he got away with that.
Quickly relay forward with Envy to cover.
Spike down.
Spike down to the Autumn with a rifle now picked up.
See if the lone Australian in Pacific can put together a 1-on-3 here. He's got a little bit of space, still has that wall for the flank. I'm not sure if he picked up the arc rose. I don't think he did. It's still on the A side of the map, but something on the line here. Low armor, not much to be done there.
Nice.
On the cross, 4-0 for PaperX.
Give them their best efforts to try and extend their reach out towards middle, but it's just being held something off to the other end.
Surprised they were even ready, honestly, for this flank through from Forsaken. He had the Vice Wall on the B side of the map and he TP's past it, but it seemed like GE was somewhat aware of that. Early timeout here for GE. It's not a great start here to split. They've picked this map being well aware that they pushed PaperX close on it in the past. They've just seen PaperX need a game of all time for Envy to even beat Team Secret, and they're thinking, they're looking at that, they're thinking, okay, surely we're picking Split, this is one of our better maps, guys. But, I mean, this is just the perfect example of the difference that can be made game to game for PaperX in terms of form. Sometimes they can really struggle, and sometimes they're throwing up the 6-7 and just winning bonuses like it's easy as you like.
That's talent. But that really begs the question, you know, what was the intention with this composition? I think what we see a little bit more in NA is just the fact that the Vise kind of counters the Neon a little bit with how, you know, on defense perhaps, or on the B execute, you're able to send out Thorns towards backside, but against PaperX specific composition, we're not really seeing too much of it just yet. Something now pulls out the operator as well, and he's looking to play towards A.
Let's have a listen into GE post timeout.
Viper deep smoke.
Yeah, Raptors, He's back. They activate my lobby.
Oh, it is just jumping shorty for something. Off to the vents, and Device is ready to receive. Autumn makes a trade, but back into it, it's the off, swinging out wide. Just Autumn left, and his last position was already noted. He's trying to get himself out of this hole so he can find another way out back towards Mail, but he has no idea that the rotations have already been made.
It's another ridiculous clutch situation that Orden's been put in. Only 40 HP to work with. Still a Guiding Light and a Paranoia in the back pocket for Paper Rex. Guiding Light confirms that he's no longer inside of the vents.
He'll take that as an invitation to come back in, but given by positioning, unless he somehow gets a heads-up duel against something and then onto Envy, this round is still pretty much done. Tries to set up with the utility, but that gives his position away.
5-0. Even post-timeout. Get a few words in there for GE's coaching staff, but a 3K there for something. I mean, you can see him with the hoodie on. If there's anything that doesn't bother him, it's Frost.
Anjay. Dead skiller.
I mean, not really 1H.
Kena anut tadi.
That's yeah. They're just nitpicking at this point. That's what happens when the game gets a little bit too easy.
Oh my god.
Forsaken going looking for information. Doesn't spot anything on the shrouded step, so he's feeling brave enough to go for another peek.
No punish. Just a quick smoke. Able to get out of dodge. Relay bolt doesn't really connect either. But looking to clear out backside, it's Yudotan in with the Bucky. You already got something flying down across. And there go those blades. He lets them unleash. And then it's just going to be Jing as well up to the top. Wreckers, everything all being cleared out. GE trying to play around the side of Pillar. Jiggling back and forth, but there's such a nuisance. Something finally getting gunned down. And then the 5 swings off.
Nice round,
So
but
many players flooding it to be. That's such a mess of a round.
Still winning.
Keeping things pretty competitive. Push Forsaken back into the back of the site. Nice entry on in for Yudotan, who is usually a heavy hitter on this map when he's piloting the Rays, but now onto another signature Asian of his, the Neon, not having as easy of a time. Was the standout against
Absolute cinema.
Series for Global.
Tak.
This time they saved the ult.
You're gonna need so much more from GE. 6 rounds already secured for Paper Rex. All outs online, and they're looking to go for quick executes into B site. However, Paper Rex in position, and first contact will be found. It's something with the shorty once again.
Keep trying to barrel down the door of the B site, and continually pushed away by Forsaken, as well as something. But after that initial pick, you're seeing the rest of GE scurrying on in. Jing barely missing them there as the pick goes down.
And paint shells instantly lobbed in. Oh no, Crystal off position. Paper X will take this initiative. Sees it clear as day.
Anjing.
Whoa! What a
Goblok.
something! Let's see that in slow-mo again.
Buat apa pliknya, Cok?
3 from Dubai as well. Just flushing out the pit with the
Pliknya si itu si siapa itu? Si something?
Bro, this is just a stomping. Start for something inside of that orb, outside of B main. And here's Defy, nice pick onto Zabi, spraying away. The combo of the satchel and the paint shells. And guess what, Quack?
Itu pliknya pengen lihat gua.
Ults from GE.
What? Yeah. Yeah. What do you even say about that?
I don't know. And now you're just kind of naked into the next round. Oh, and everyone gets hit by Paranoia. You're stuck inside of middle.
Progression smoke. Returned by one of Forsaken's own as he spans away, going to TP to safety. Anti-eco, no need to really be pushing the issue too much here, especially when you've got full B main control courtesy of something.
Ooh, towards the backup spawn as well. Jing tries to pull out utility. That's where he gets caught. Overdrive ripped, and suddenly it's a pivot over to the A site.
No!
Puts up a wall, but goes down as well. It's just down to Envy now as he tries to hold out towards Elbow.
Joined up by Forsaken,
Envy bisa ya.
screen side. GE starting to make moves towards spawn. It's a nice hold, and there's a dark cover back up for Forsaken.
Good chance to break it apart. Take down the 2 players remaining, and that's all you really need to do. Crystal, what a play with the Phantom.
It's down to something. 1 on 3. Rifles picked up now for GE. The first chance that they've even had in any of these rounds.
Better late than never. Just an op, and it should not be possible. Well, the Positions being held. Crystal still healthy. As soon as you make a move, something looks to try to dash away, or actually, call to save and hold on to the op.
I mean, he's just looking for a pick. Doesn't find anything. Xavi.
No!
May get the operator, but something is way too switched
Nice
on right
shot.
now. So GE walk out of the round where they didn't bring much into it with a round win and 2 rifles. A thrifty picked up. The first of many that they'll need to make this game look even vaguely competitive.
Either way, not too bad.
I mean, something is just running away with this. He's 14-2 on the Jet. Devi, after a lackluster performance on the Viper in particular last series, is really starting to pick up the pace. Let's have a little bit of a listen into Paper X here as they head into round number 9.
I'm gonna handle B main, guys. Hey, we're gonna walk down all the way, right? Yeah. One tour.
Let's go, boys.
Only 5 there.
One C1, one
They'll
C1.
never take me,
I'm gonna turn off the smoke. Come closer. Come closer.
Saw me.
GE all playing around the smoke. The Prowler goes through, the curtains drop, but Paper X, at the drop of a pin, instantly execute onto more. Something even finding a shot down ramp as well.
And getting the flank straight through spawn side.
Oh,
cutting off any
nice.
angles for GE to potentially pivot back over to that A side. They're making moves into garage here, but all of the rest of the map has been cleared and Forsaken's already spotted them.
I mean, when do you make a call to walk down mid like that?
Ada di sini, ada di
And now
sini.
it's just Autumn to try and twiddle his thumbs, hope that someone walks into his
Alah,
crosshairs.
sok gitu wae. Ih,
Thinking
kok udah enakan itu
explore
harusnya.
other options, which
Timingnya tuh suka gitu mulu, kenapa ya?
Something with the op is always a threat.
Yeah, I mean, when GE were given that space with the Sheriffs up in towards Heavenside, that's when they finally found some success. So I think that Paper X, being well aware that nothing else is really working for GE. A lot of the B hits have just kind of been dealt with by either full shutdowns or fast floods from Paper X. So a mid walk up against a GE who just won a round from all of the space they were given in mid is really a fantastic call into round number 9.
Eko mah duit beak cen.
That's just going to be the full
Eko
save
ini.
now by this point.
10
Another
seconds
round
left.
quickly gone by with Paper X suddenly just
Tumben PRX
breaking apart
anjing
GE's
sabaran
plans.
gini, Cok. Biasanya suka
Getting a little
nyari.
concern for GE, quite honestly. It's a team that, similar to Full Sense, had such a hot start into their group.
Anjing jaket nambah aura ini.
Then they run into a
Jaket
KRX
nambah
that gives them
ayam.
some problems, and now they're starting to question themselves a little bit. This is a matchup that has been very close with Paper Rex on this particular map before. Something's not clicking today. Paper Rex are just in one of those moves where they're looking to fight. And GE not quite able to deal with that today.
Just now throw nuts.
just looking different, built different, in flow state as well. Up to the next round, it's back towards ramp control. Yudotan trying to do his best with the movement, but Jing just tracks onto it on a dime. Doesn't even matter with the shorties now pulled out. Devi into position with Viper's Pit, and that's kill confirmed. A slight trade from Javi, a slight moment of reprieve, but will it be enough?
Off angle from Forsaken here. Crystal next up to bat, not even ready for the Omen on that line, and it's just Javi. Able to at least find something. Now Forsaken under pressure. He's got it pinned into the corner. But
Nice.
9-1 for Paper X. It's another early round exchange that doesn't go particularly well for them outside of A. Yudotan sending it up with the Horn. He knows exactly where Jing is. He's been scanned by the Fade utility. But with the Viper that far away, as well as the Fade pretty far back, you're banking on the Neon to come up with the goods there, and if your Neon goes down, the ability to trade is just not going to be there.
I just don't even, I hear the frustration in your voice, but it's, how do you salvage this map by this point?
I mean, this is just one of those games where you might just get stomped, and something's having an all-time great game. Devi's doing stuff like this, because he just feels like he can.
Perhaps we will be punished for it. The gap obviously wide, but G will take what they can get.
Exactly. Something now.
Alah.
By Autumn. Some of these aggressive maneuvers finally getting cracked down on by GE. The best they can hope for is 3 in this half.
They'll take it.
But every round you get over the top of a PRX that is this hot does give you a tiny little bit more belief. Of course, like Unitar pushed away again. Oh, thank God he picked up the spike there.
The
To use the
round,
fast lane to do it.
the round gets taken tends to be the one where Paper X does Paper X things.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even Paper X. Like, when you're up so heavily, a lot of teams do tend to lose rounds like this.
Yeah. But just because it is Paper X after all. Well, Seeker is now out, and Batman will hold off to threefold. Flawless being scooped up.
He throws the Seekers at that one. I guess it's worth a crack.
Yeah.
I mean, if this was like, you know, a 5-4 scoreline and you saw any other team do that, you'd be like, these guys are idiots, man. Like, your Viper's walking solo down mid, your Jet gets picked on B, and then you get a Seekers in the 3-on-5, but it's Paper X and they're up 9-2, so, you know.
We'll put an asterisk on it. Let's go
Everyone
next.
just goes, yeah, okay.
Oh my God.
They're allowed to do that.
Back to more normalcy now. It's Rat being held in feet just to hold on the crossing.
I mean, with the fade as the unit, like, there's no way to help him do that. Now something's identifying as an attack helicopter.
Oh God, and it's Devi identifying as a turret now. Javi comes back in with slight reply, but also getting caught by the boombot. TP's away, 2v3, something just comes back in. C-130 rolling down the strip. You're kidding! You're kidding!
Nice.
At
this point, everyone should be saying it.
Get out. We're done.
If this is how good you play after that, then that's quite the blessing. But I mean, how many rounds has Unitar just like, you know, 5 steps ahead of the rest of the team and just dying for free? It's rough. Like, especially with this kind of comp, like, you know, with the Sky comp, you could throw a guiding light that could keep up the pace, right?
Yeah.
Or if you throw up a fast lane, maybe you have a little bit of coverage. But yeah, I don't know, man.
I feel like the kid who like studied up a different chapter for the test, but then when you're actually doing the test, it's a whole other chapter that shows up. Maybe that's what, you know, G's in right now as well. They specifically elected for Team A. They picked this map, but this is what we're seeing.
Paper X gave them the skirmish today.
Oh my God.
And then just said, it doesn't matter, bro.
That's big.
It's just that kind of game from Paper X. You have the veto. You have whatever maps you want.
Is that a Paper X tarot card? Sorry. I feel like Vic's gonna.
If they had a tarot card, then the fortune teller would say chaos.
Organized.
Going to be in a very chaotic and exciting time of your life.
With a 10-2?
At the expense of others.
At the expense of others, yeah. Let's see what the second half could potentially look like as G swap over.
That's just on this map, by the way. That's just in the first half.
Yeah. Every round, it's just 1,000 kills. Paper X onto the attack now. Intentions made clear towards middle. GE in position for it as well.
I mean, this is a great setup to deal with a mid shove. There's the progression smoke. Guiding light goes forward. Orb should go up in response.
Oh, not yet. Everyone just kind of holding around it. Slight checks onto the coast. No way! Forsaken jumping across like that. That is outrageous. They actually make their way into the back of vents. Devi finding some inside of the cloud as well. Spike now on the ground, but Paper X does not even care. This is deathmatch to them. Pat, your old team, and they're running circles around you.
I mean, it's a full mid trap into a mid walk. It's a dry mid walk into a mid trap. Quack. That's not supposed to happen.
How? What? I don't even understand what you just said.
What do you mean? They walked into 4 players. Dry.
Yeah, but they somehow.
Yeah, but they shot him.
And turned it into their own trap.
Yeah, they were the trap.
Yes.
Good point, boy.
No.
I'm sorry, Quack, but it just genuinely doesn't matter what GE does this game.
Okay. Just trying to keep yourselves alive now, Javi. Up around the pillar. Just kind of swinging back and forth like the pendulum that he unfortunately is. Gets knocked down.
It's fragging time. Nice open plan for Envy. This is a Sheriff Force for GE. Has not started great. Trailblazer goes forward in spawn, spotting out that that's where the majority of the push will come through for GE. Nice pick back in from Unitan though.
Do we have a Predator missile incoming? Relay bolt initially? No, it's just quickly shut down. Slight shot sprout from Patman. Autumn out inside from Heaven. Divide of 5 HP. GE just might have a slight glimmer of hope. A cursory glance from Divide and then the wide swing. Autumn and Crystal had him dead to rights.
Third up for GE. It's a lot more legwork to be doing. Couple of weapons picked up as well. PaperX post plant have got a couple of players with some money. Might throw some light purchases into this one. I think GE, I mean, the hopes of winning split are definitely very low at this point. But it's a classic case of it's only map 1 of the series and there's still a lot more game to be played today, potentially. So every round that you can get for yourself helps you build up a little bit more confidence and makes you feel like PaperX are more mortal. Glass Cannon Outlaw for something. There's only one player with light armor on the side of GE, which is Patman. So that doesn't end up being too fruitful.
Not Crystal. Oh, HaperX is trying to reposition themselves as well. Divine trying to look for the slight walk-in, but gets checked by Autumn. Prowler onto the side of Garage as well, and there's just no real response for the time being until Envy finds the outlaw shot back towards Mail.
Haunt dealt with. Cover going up. You get a re-smoke over onto middle. Ooh, Forsaken. That's actually a pretty decent timing. Smoke goes out onto Heaven's side now.
Well, it should be anticipated or considered by GE at least. Oh, what is this? What the heck is that smoke? Suddenly now Autumn has to do a lot of the heavy lifting on the side. He goes down, Uniton comes in, full collision course, but Envy finds the outlaw shot. That was a round back thrifty from GE, and PaperX does it right back at them.
With a Glass Cannon Vandal.
What?
Oh, sorry, you went Glass Cannon Outlaw. Jesus, man. Envy just doubled his kills. He hadn't even seen anyone this game. Something's been killing everyone. Envy's finally like, yeah, great. Finally a round where I see some opponents. Get some 4K.
I'm genuinely losing my mind. Up to map point now. And a partial buy from Global puts themselves inside of Garage. They got spotted by the guiding light. Sniper shots towards the back of screens. And for G, that should mean that you gotta play defensive.
Well, they've played offensively on the B side of the map to take some control at least. Speaking of offense, Correct starting to make some moves on this A side of the map. They've got a Viper wall to help them take Heaven control. And there's a Vice wall from Autumn to help out Crystal.
Ayaw eh.
In theory, that should be good. Throws out his C's as well. PaperX will just wait out for the time being. Meanwhile, all the rotations from the back.
Quick flank in here for GE could have a lot of impact. PaperX starting to make some moves towards Heaven, but the Vice Wall will keep them in place for a second.
Well, think about it as well.
Ya kenapa nggak
just hang around middle in case they go for that pivot. But PaperX still in position nonetheless. Spots and positions found. Oh, but Batman with an initial whiff. Do they expect another? PaperX suddenly. It's time to go, but Uniton falls down at the task at hand. PaperX might just have it in this round unless Javi can do something about it. No real util else. Forsaken goes for the check off from the shadows. And Javi has been thrown into chaos. He's got a check. Doesn't really see anything else. It's just a fake. All three, the firing squad from PaperX, marking down screens. And as soon as he steps out past the threshold, PaperX close out the map.
Yeah, that was a stomp. I mean, I don't know what I'm watching today. Because we had RRQ full sense. Just the last map was a 13-3 no, and now we're looking at PRX GE, which I thought was going to be a very close, competitive, tight series. Last time around, I think it was a similar start for PaperX, honestly. GE made a massive comeback to bring it into OT, and today they just didn't have it in him. You could tell that PRX, right from the walkout, was on one today. like they were just in a mood. GE, off the back of a 0-2 loss to KRX, winning every pistol, are a little flat today. Something's not going right for them in the GE camp.
From the walkout, is what you're telling me. I am just so ridiculously confused. An intentional pick from GE, but we didn't see the purposes or the results of it. Instead, what you got was just PaperX running them down lane by lane, round after round.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to you can have as much prep as you want, you can have this massive coaching staff, but if the other team's hot, none of that matters. None of that matters until you shoot back in the server. At the end of the day, it is a shooting game where you've got to shoot the other people, and something was shooting really bloody hard, so was Divide. And even in some of the rounds where they went missing, or maybe they went for an aggressive play where they were punished, that's where you saw other players making plays on PaperX. Invi, a big round on the Outlaw. Forsaken had a couple of good ones as well. Jing just did Jing things. He didn't even really need to do too much.
That's just ridiculous. Either way, though, now it's time to toss it back over to the desk with the chubbiest of ninjas.
I am not the chubbiest one. I'm just one of the chubby ninjas. Jesus.
Anybody who doesn't know that that's your handle is going to be like, what the hell? How can you say that to her?
Everyone cancel Quack.
Yeah. Let's cancel Quack. All right. Global Esports. This kind of scoreline against PaperX. I haven't seen this since maybe 2023 when you were the assistant coach of Global Esports.
That's
Morgan.
That's crazy.
Honestly, I think if you rewound back to that, you probably did better.
I think you did. We got Manyan.
We got a map.
Especially,
you did have
I mean,
Manyan
Split was also
Yes.
kind of, that was kind of your stopping ground.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I wish I had nicer things to say about GE here. To be honest, I mean, this is a stomp. This is an open and shut stomp.
Yeah.
You know, before this match, we're debating, and they're going to play Veto. They bring out the Vice. Honestly, they could have played this game with cheats on, and it wouldn't have even mattered with the way PaperX was shooting. This is an open and closed case.
Yep, it was a stomp. And honestly, it makes me think of 2023, not just because of Global Esports, but PaperX was fantastic back in 2023 when they were in this meta with the something Jet and Raze on Jing on Raze. I always mix up these two every single time. But yeah, they're so unstoppable when they're in full form on this map.
I mean, GE just had absolutely no answers. I mean, you know, again, talking about that Vice, we were kind of waiting to see how it's going to interact in that second half when they're on the defense, but we never really even got to see it.
Yeah, I was taught at a young age that if you have nothing nice to say nothing at all. But my mother's not exactly around to hear this. This was abysmal. This is unaffordable, frankly, if you're Global Esports. Think about where they're at. They're still yet to qualify for a single playoffs. Kickoff doesn't have a playoff bracket, so that record that's lingering over their heads still stands. And with a performance like this, you are no closer to qualifying into it.
I mean, to me, it's just, it reminds me so much of last week. This is an experienced div where I think they almost, it feels like they have it in their heads that they can't beat PaperX. So then they're coming out and they're not playing their A game and they're not landing their shots. Everyone looks nervous, everyone looks uncomfortable, the calling looks off, and just PaperX taking every liberty, every advantage, and just shutting them down.
Yeah, I mean, we did ask Slicky for his advice. If you're coaching Global Esports, what would you say? And he was saying, PaperX is going to run at you, and the two people running at them was Jing and something.
I mean, they're the best double duelist team in the world. Everybody says it, and this is exactly why. Something, you know, been a little bit slower this stage. He's back on the Jet, though, and he's not going to lose the Frost. He always goes electric. This double duelist was just insane.
It was just, from the outset, gorgeous to watch. If you're rooting for PaperX, if you want to see them just absolutely wipe the floor with someone, then yeah, you're having a very good time. And it just felt like Global Esports, even though they're so familiar, they have played against this team so many times. These players across the board have played against PaperX so many times. Patman was on the team with them, has played alongside them and against them so many times, and they just could not find an answer at all. Shutting them down, I mean, to even get the first round win was such a labored effort.
I mean, I think this is the perfect example of, in this meta, momentum is king, and PaperX are the kings of momentum. So it's just an ever-fulfilling prophecy, a never-ending cycle, it feels like, of PaperX dominance.
And something looked like he was having so much fun. Like, it looked personal in, you know, the best of ways. Like, he's just having fun beating Frost.
I mean, Look, whenever something goes against Frost, he has a good day. Take a look at these stats. He's the guy who seems to be the one popping, and this map is even better than all of that.
Yeah, this is like the one time where it's safe for something to make the tweet and hide win. This is the time where it's just like, yeah, do whatever you want. The curses aren't going to matter. You just always show up against this team, against this coach, it would seem. It's another incredible performance from him. And, you know, I continue to watch this, and I'm just like, yep, never play Neon ever again. Just
Absolutely.
Don't touch it. Neon does not exist for you.
He needs a new account, just don't unlock Neon. Don't even give him the option to pick it.
Come on.
You can't even hover it.
We said that about his Euro too, and he ended up being pretty damn good at Euro.
I don't care.
No? It's not happening?
You're playing Jet like that, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the potential growth could be. I'm going with the safe option. I'm going with the safe stock. I'm not looking to make a risk and invest where there could be exponential growth.
All right, fair enough. All right, he can take that into consideration. But for map 2 of Pearl, I believe things will, be shaky, like a little bit different.
I mean, I think so. But at the same time, you take a look back at the map draft, and you have to assume that Paperx have kind of caught Global Esports off kilter completely. Because if you're Frost, I think if you had asked him ahead of this, what do you expect the draft to be? He's going to say, I think the Lotus is going to be coming through for Paperx. But they just don't go for it at all. They go for this Pearl that is a map that they have widely been avoiding. And I think that has to completely catch you off guard and leave you wondering if you have a sound game plan at all for Global Esports.
So this is so important for Global Esports, though. I mean, they obviously want to get into that playoffs. We want to see them get in for the very first time, but it's complicated.
Yeah, look, they've never done it. If they lose today, they are still, very much in contention. They advance if KRX win and Team Secret win 2-1. Or Team Secret lose? I mean, look, I don't claim to understand these playoff permutations. I don't think anyone truly understands them. That's how messy this group alpha is. Yeah. This is the point. A win today makes it simple. A loss makes it very difficult.
Yeah, you want it within your own hands, under your control, and I think especially if you're Global Esports, you don't want to have to be putting faith in KRX, even though they are looking very good.
Could you imagine?
I mean, especially after last year,
That's
where
a world I want to see.
Frost's loss on Talon gave DRX their run into Champs Paris.
We have the best sequel, though.
It's just one of those
Frost
things.
has to love watch Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's something that you want to avoid, but after that performance and with the expectation that this draft went completely opposite to how Global Esports would have expected it to go, I don't have that much hope for Pearl.
It's fascinating. So Crystal won the skirmish. They ended up picking Team A, and all of this has left me with a question mark. So I think they were taken a bit off guard as well in this map veto.
Yeah, I mean, I think they will have expected a much better performance on Split. I think they will have felt like they needed Split a little bit. Now the backs are truly against the wall. Neither one of these teams has played it yet in stage 1, so when we last saw them both running it, they used that Yoru, but I'd be surprised if we're going to see that now.
Yeah, I mean, banned 7 times by Paperx, only picked the once now, and Global Esports themselves banning it 6 times. Neither team has really looked to lean into this map too much.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what to anticipate from either side.
Yeah. That's always the question. They're always surprising for very different reasons. I think Frost is always trying to big brain it, and then Alex is pretty notorious for brain ending it. So 2 contrasting styles, but it's always leaving us very surprised, which is why it's always very exciting to see these two come to head. Patman ended up still top fragging against Paperx. I don't know what it is against Paperx, but he just, even if they're losing, he's still popping their heads off.
I mean, sometimes you want to get that little revenge against your former team. And we saw it from, Envy versus Team Sacred. We're not going to lose a map to these guys. So, it can give you that extra little bit of fire under your rear, but okay.
Okay, Global Esports shaking it up here. Going with a double initiator.
Yeah, bringing the Teo out. I mean, Pat is a very skilled initiator alongside Crystal, so I think it's a natural look for this team, some would say. Paperx is going to be that double duelist again. Jing swapping across to that Phoenix that he's also so well known for.
Yeah, I mean, that's a known quantity for him. But yeah, leaning back into the Jet, I think that given the performances, this is completely fine here for something. I don't think you have to go the Nunggu route of being like, okay, well now I'll play the Phoenix, and then Jing, you play the Neon again, and shift things around in that regard. I think this is a lot more straight up for them, and I think this is also a map where we're going to see a lot more value from the Vice.
Yeah. Well, I think this is going to be exciting. It's always exciting. I hope it's a lot more competitive than the first map. Global Esports definitely needs it. Clap your hands, because we're going to go into map 2 with Quack. and Pilsky.
Good job. Good toss, Vic.
Great,
We're clapping.
Good stuff.
I
Really
do
enjoyed.
think Seth is onto something. I mean, the Vi's on this map, it's specifically against the Neon that G has elected to pick. It can slow and hamper things down. The wall that comes up could segregate the rest of the team from it.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't flash himself.
Oh, it's been a long time since he's done that. Don't jinx it.
Yeah, that record. I mean, there's that record, then there's also the record of Paper X against GE overall as an organization. All signs point to bad things happening to GE today. This is a big question mark of a map for both of these teams. Interestingly enough, PRX going back to a comp that they were playing last year's kickoff with the Jet Phoenix.
Yeah, but for now, this is going to be another hit-on crash. Full Paper X force down A main. Autumn trying to keep them in check. Rendezvous away, but still spotted out by the Haunt.
Big stack on the other side of the map. GE do get Patman +1 orb, but they've lost their chamber on A, and they've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's be honest, this is a you know, Tolkien-esque journey that they're on. And by the time they make it to Mordor, I don't expect much to happen.
Even the journey alone, just so treacherous because the Vi inside of main, the rest of them marking stairs as well. Prowler will reveal their intentions, and instantly Paper X shift towards just trying to play around the spike. Not too bad though with the kills out from Pat, and suddenly you feel as though GE are emboldened by those frags just to put themselves on the board on this. Getting the defuse in, getting the kills at the end.
I mean, that's just a massive head scratcher for Paper X. They could have planted it anywhere. They picked the chamber solo on that side of the map. They plant default and then flip the map and play heavy from spawn side. Then your Vice is the first person to take contact there. So essentially you've not planned it for yourself at all. I mean, yeah, that's just the kind of round, similar to that split round where it feels at the moment like Paper X think that they could basically do anything and they won't lose. And GE is good enough to at least punish them for that.
It's a good little wake-up call. Something definitely...
They found my trap.
Well, not asleep over by main will get himself out of that position. Paper X, though. More weight onto this B-long position with the sudden bandit play from Jing. However, Javi still has his own plans. Out with the Spectre, but punished in the end by that bandit once again.
That's a great flash from Jing. Now guns picked up as the plant goes down nice and safe. Paper X need to make sure that they're playing on site. Jing, one off the runner back, and Devi is still in play here.
Still some potential. Yudotan a little bit far, but has a ghost. Good on the flicks, on towards something. Out then for Pat and Crystal to try to get themselves involved around the site. Crouched under, and Jing won't be able to find a shot. Off to the back, and suddenly it's Yudotan sliding forward with the judge as well. Devi revealed, but the spike already underway.
Recovery from Yudotan. He had a pretty rough day at the office just in that last map. Felt like a lot of those rounds on the Neon, he was basically just running in by himself, full confidence, with minimal success. Paper X going into their first gun round here have secured themselves the run it pack though. So that'll be something that Global needs to make sure they're playing around because they definitely took their losses in that round. Already had a couple of multi-frags from Pat. He's getting himself closer to an Armageddon. Maybe something to consider once we get closer to the first gun round.
Still got a
Big
ways
fight
to
on
go.
B here.
But either way, pretty good start for GE now. As Paper X get themselves into position, but immediately blocked off. In fact, cordoned away because of the salvo. As Devi, however, managed to find a shot. Tries to go in for a second one, but now being chased by a Prowler.
Yeah, Crystal just throwing all his Prowlers in and looking to get hot on the heels of Paper X, who have turned tails back to mid. Vice of Devi keeping that flank in check, and the spike hasn't been picked up yet for Paper X. They'll deal with the trademark in the middle of the map. Make GE a little bit more nervous about some movements over there. The Prowler doesn't spot out Autumn.
Which means Autumn can possibly go looking a little bit further. Devi, however, if he takes down Crystal, that's going to be ghost signed into the site.
Oh, it's
And
a headshot.
There he goes.
He had full armor. Headshot needed, headshot delivered.
Wow. Despite being down first 2 rounds, Paper X pick up right where they left off. Immediately streaming down the side, Pat It does have the stun, but that's about it.
I mean, it's great mid-rounding for Paper X. They deal with the trademark, which pulls the rotation back towards A. Flank from Autumn is already checked here, it looks like. Gorgeous off angle from Forsaken. Plant goes down for Envy.
Great recovery. Just playing around the post plant. It looks pretty good as well. Positions out towards heaven. You got one back halls. Let's not get too overeager, guys.
Patman's definitely making things a little bit expensive for them. Yudotan with a rifle in hand could still get this done.
Ooh. And there's a one-way smokes come right back up. Still an attempt from GE as they hop on across, but not quite expecting something around the smokes now, were you? Yudotan out towards the back end, the timer running out. Something wanting to get more, and he will.
Perfect crosshair placement. 2 guns kept over from Paper X. I mean, it's a round where GE, had there not been a bit more trepidation there for PRX, could have probably just wiped the whole team with that B trap. It was a 4v4 on this B side of the map. Look at all of that util. Relay bolt, as well as double salvos invested early on there. Prowlers to follow up. Very keen for a fight with GE on the bonus. I like the approach. Keep it an expensive round for Paper X, but they do a really good job in rating themselves out of a bad situation.
Alright, that headshot from Davai. Now you go into the next round where G should have some shields back up, so put a check onto Davai as a player, but for now, it's that double duelist from Paper X just looking to stream in. Blocked off by Armageddon. They're still hovering around, looking to dive in. They managed to do it just at the end. No, they got caught! Full-on trap! Activated by Yudotan, by Patman, excuse me.
What a sick play! Armageddon salvo off the back of the trademark. Davai picking one back though. Round's not done just yet. Jin goes forward with the flash. Patman continues to deliver. What a round! Against his old team. Dink to follow up as well.
Relay as well. Now Yudotan wanting to tee it up for Pat. Oh, and there it is. The ace to completion.
Just such a sick setup around the Teo. And the shooting just as good. That is literally what you have in mind when you pick this agent. The Teo tech from GE is disgusting. There was nowhere for them to go. Slowed by the trademark. If they go forward, they go into a grab well. If they go to the side, they go into a salvo. There's nowhere safe on B long there. That is disgusting. Wendler's never even seen that before. It's like, what is that, bro?
No way. Paper X are the ones to pick Pearl as well, so.
I mean, whoever's cooked that on GE.
That is
gorgeous.
Chef's kiss.
That's gorgeous. Tack timeout for Paper X. I think it's B long, off limits.
That's the one call.
It's cut off. We've had a bonus round where they've sent everything at us, top of B long. Then the very next round, they've had a whole Armageddon thrown at us. I mean, the multi-fragging in the early parts of the game as well, you usually wouldn't have an Armageddon that early on. It's such a heavy investment of an ult in terms of the ult orbs. But Patman's ability to multi-frag, and he's has given him very, very early on. And now he's, again, yeah, like you said, halfway to another one. Not bad at all.
Okay. Paper X going to keep themselves back in over to B site.
Money broken now. GE looking very good after a very flat split. Color me intrigued. Could be on for a series.
Would love to see it.
I do.
Leaving something in on a deep insert up over by the pillar for now.
Xavi's keen for a biff with the Outlaw. Full armor there for something, so he's not one-shottable to the Outlaw as the rest of Paper X work towards Art and A main.
Trademark plus Crystal in position as well. Then again, it's all the pistols from Paper X. Do want to operate within close quarters. The smoke's being set up.
Considering a re-aggression, but GE will take the path of least resistance. They know that the money on Paper X isn't great here.
Still gotta watch out though. Mainly, it's Autumn with the angle being held. Pat comes in with a spam, blocks off B-Link. Something starts to get activated.
Got a heads-up duel with Xavi, but this close, the Bandit can one-shot to the head.
Avi is Gotta be careful. He's still got that crosshair scoped in, and that is both shots win.
Oh my god!
No way! Is that the guy that got 20 last map?
Apparently so. Well, we are on for the execute now. Hunt all the way onto the top. Fast lane to block it off for the time being, which is pretty impressive work by Yudo-tan, but suddenly the swing from Envy. And then another. A slight chance to get the spike down now, but he knows he's surrounded, so just picks up the rifle and backs off completely.
Gonna save a Phantom.
Something.
GE, 3 guns kept over. 4-1 overall. Much better game than compared to Split.
Brother,
yeah. Really? We're gonna watch it again, aren't we? Yeah, we didn't, like, from both perspectives!
Oh, no!
It's not necessary! It's really not!
You feel it. You feel it.
Alright, let's have a look. Listen into the team comms into the next gun round here.
Yes. Ali,
Bring them down.
come in, boys.
I mean, I wish we could hear Alex right now.
Ali, epic, okay, boy. I'm closer here. Put smoke. Epic now, boy. Epic now. Epic. I'm gonna.
Autumn's got this deep A main info line. Paper X have made some moves on the street. Out comes the Cosmic, but it doesn't seem like they're in a rush here. Cheeky little position for Forsaken on the top side of the street. We'll keep an eye on that, but doesn't look like GE are going to make any moves into the middle of the map.
No, not yet. Past Cosmic Divide as well. Something's back online. Yudo-tan, however, has found a slight sliver, slips in. Nightfall sends him back packing.
Is the retake utility back on in for GE as they look to clear out all of back hall. Forsaken finally gets into play.
Yeah, but there goes the Armageddon as well. Paper X is trying to stay around the edges of it. Let's see if Envy can keep himself alive. Unfortunately, gets gunned down by Crystal. It's all on to Forsaken, who has already been noted overdrive just to keep him at bay. Keeping him within arm's reach as well. Onto the Prowler now. Forsaken swaps over the rifles. Oh, so narrowly getting that pixel perfect angle onto Crystal.
Crystal didn't even need to come off of that. That's a situation where if he goes down and Pat needs to get back across to the spike, they could have honestly lost that round. Didn't feel safe going for the full defuse despite the fact there was no chance that Forsaken could have got the wallbang there. But still it's a round for GE. Very cheeky wall, by the way. You saw that little gap that Forsaken had to play in, but an even better retake for GE. Nightfall with a double salvo coming back on in. This is exactly what you have in mind when you play something like a double init. And I'm liking the Fade Teo better than, honestly, Sova Fade. We've seen a fair bit of Sova Fade lately, and none of the retakes looked anywhere near that strong.
So far, so good, and G just continues to trend upward. Now getting blocked off by Molly, though, all the way outside of A main. A bit of an entrance in towards Art. As Paper X tries to down the doors with something on the Blade Storm. Shot fired, but instantly relayed back, and something manages to capitalize off of it. Dives headfirst right into Pat's open arms. Pat still on a tear, however. Back into Art. Takes down another. Crystal coming back in as well. Everyone from GE just streaming bound to bound, back into sight, not allowing for Paper Rex to settle. But now, as the spike goes down, they back themselves over onto stairs, this time with more intention to play around the spike. It's planted for them. They set up some stars, but Javi steps front. Crosshair still trained off towards the position, and he sets up another star. A tap should draw out some flurry of bullets. He actually goes full Cosmic Divide. Looks to play sneaky around the edges of it. Does Forsaken step across? No. Back into safety, but Javi with the heads-up duel.
What a big clutch. Been multiple series where Javi has kind of been going missing a little bit for GE, particularly a rough one against KRX. But that's a little bit more like it on the Astra. He was phenomenal on this agent to start out kickoff. So a Red Bull clutch in a 1-on-2. The round starts off so nicely for something. Removing Autumn and Yudo-tan. Patman does a good job holding on. Special delivery, holding back A main. He could have come on for 2 there if he didn't get such a snappy shot in reply for Forsaken. And then Harvey, a masterful clutch where Envy's out in the open fighting by himself while Forsaken's in astral form. And then the Cosmic invested to win the 1-on-2. Alex not happy about that.
Apparently, this is what everyone came here to see.
I mean, this is the highs and the lows of coaching Paper Rex.
The duality.
A map of Split where you never even needed to say anything, into a map of Pearl where, let's be honest, you need to get the belt out.
Oh, the belt. I just got that. Oh, well. Just trying to rein in the boys. Both timeouts being invested definitely tells you, the state of the team. Meanwhile, for GE, everything's just going well.
I mean, yeah. This is the best in a while I've seen a double E-net on Pearl, which is phenomenal because I feel like, there's a few decent double E-net teams in Pacific. I think KRX is probably like one of the ones that I enjoy the most. But for the most part, I'm not really sold on double E-net unless you're like an elite team with those kind of comps. Not always easy to pull off, but for GE, I mean, they said it over on the desk, you've got 2 E-net players. It looks phenomenal right now. Yes, Patman's doing a lot of heavy lifting, and there's been a lot of prep invested into this comp in particular, but yeah, I mean, op out now for Autumn. Something he's very comfortable doing as well when he got onto that deep info line in middle while Paper Rex take a main control here. Forsaken on a deep lurk. There is the runner back for Jing, who is having one of the quieter games so far.
It's been shut down time and time again.
Joke's over!
This time it's the off angle, more positions being held. He will find the entry initially, but blocked off by Crystal. It's a run it back though, into the Armageddon again!
How did 2 players go down to that? I guess the runner back was inside the Armageddon, yeah. What a sick Armageddon again from Patman. That is ridiculous, man. Still trying to follow up, clears out all of A main. This is the best game of Teo I've seen since Freeg was on this agent last kickoff, bro. What am I watching?
Watching brilliance from GE, whoever, the entire coaching staff bringing forth this composition at this
30
time.
seconds left.
Paper X with no real option other than to tread backward in towards A again.
Yeah, Autumn on the line with the operator. Has still got 2 salvos and special delivery in support from Patman, but these are some nice entries back in for Paper X.
Now 10 seconds, gotta get the spike down quick. Forsaken trying to play ahead, but unfortunately beheaded by Crystal. Onto Divide, and he just sprays wildly, revealing his position. Easy kills for GE any day of the week.
18 and 5 for Patman.
They have courage.
This is a ridiculous performance on the Teo.
Let's see that again.
I mean, I was caught completely off guard by it. I didn't even think of this combo. Yudotan goes down. I thought, okay, you've traded a run it back and an Armageddon for a Neon. That's gone fantastic. And then the Armageddon actually gets rolling. I'm like, oh wait, it's killed half the team. Sick Armageddon placement for Patman.
Unbelievable!
He's so good, isn't he?
Absolutely, one would say. Just reading Paper X with how they intend to play on the double duelist. However, Paper X just run a different approach this time.
Exchange of util over towards A main. You've still got Autumn over on that B long info line with multiple stars looking to be thrown in his direction to deny those info lines. Deltron clears all of middle out.
And then to poke ahead across B long. Gotta keep in mind, Autumn still is on that operator as well.
It's got the rendezvous for safety.
See some smokes to allow Paper X safe passage. Ooh, Autumn managed to get away just in time. Paper X, however, takes that as an invitation to continue pushing up front. Cosmic Divide down as well. Pat tries to put up a roadblock, but unfortunately will be blocked off himself. Yudotan now back in towards Halls. Does he have a slight timing? Manages to take a hits up duel against something. Envy trying to get the spike down. Divide out from behind will continue to block things off, and then a 1v3 left for Crystal.
Nice open plant. Nightfall in play, so Pepper X don't really want to think about playing on the site. Don't want to get caught by that Fade ultimate, but Crystal's not going for this one. It's been a rough game for Autumn. That's a round where you needed to see some impact on the operator with Paper X heading in your direction, and he's just not able to. And Patman making a hero play. I mean, he's having a hell of a game. He was 18 and 5, but diving through a Cosmic and dying for free when you wanted to potentially set up what could have been a fast flood with the Neon. I mean, Yudotan only made it there a couple of seconds later. If instead of diving through the Cosmic and dying, he has double salvo special delivery in combination with something like a relay bolt and a fast lane to actually attempt a bit more of a cohesive retake. We saw them pull off something very similar to that with the Nightfall from Crystal across backhaul just a few rounds before. So that's a case of GE, I think, getting a little bit too ahead of themselves, unfortunately, and something punishes quite heavily. I mean, he's still having a great game here.
Potentially a slight overheat.
Oh, boys, easy boy. Diggy gonna have.
Still a big gap between the both of them, though.
Very different vibe in the PRX comms, though, isn't it?
And for the time being, the next round going up and a full-on collision. Once again, back in towards A main. GE, it's just Yudotan here, but he still managed to take down something out with a relay bolt. A couple more spams, and he thinks to stick around while Crystal comes back in for a bit more assistance. Still has a Nightfall in his pocket.
Yeah, fast lane to zone away. Nice opening kill from Yudotan. Perfect movement. Paper Rex using so much utility to even take A main there. Invi's got nothing left. There's the consume. They want GE to give them a fight here.
GE.
Nightfall completely zones that away. I mean, there's no hope of getting back into A main for Paper Rex, and the spike was in spawn that whole time, so even if they wanted to speed up into A, they couldn't have.
Fight's just not necessary. Not when Paper X lack this much control. Stealth drone along a slight creep up, and Divide finally hears the footsteps. Good to make it a trade at the very least, but then suddenly G seeing that there's nothing outside of A, it's down to Autumn to get prepared.
Nice to take the Astra out of the equation. That's going to make a potential post plan on this B side of the map a little bit more palatable as Autumn slinks away into heaven. Not feeling bold enough to take a fight. With Divide going down, GE is going to flank through spawn side, and there's not going to be any kind of tell for Paper Rex, who go for a safe plant.
Maybe just to hear the footsteps, though. Forsaken, close enough. Hasn't really heard it yet, but now with the Neon moving around. At the same time, Autumn onto this late push could just be a thorn in Paper Rex's sides. Pat will do good to make it a trade. Down to just Autumn left. Oh, quick with the checks as well. Paper Rex managed to find a bit of recovery.
Yeah, nice 3K for Envy, even after they lose something inside of A main. Do a good job pressuring that A site, baiting out utility for GE, including the Nightfall. Now with 2 gun rounds back-to-back, won by Paper Rex, despite the fact that they start this one with a disadvantage, they've actually broken GE's money. So a chance at a 4th round, and given how this game started, honestly, putting up 5 at the half for Paper Rex would be a big difference maker. That's exactly where you want Envy though, right in the middle of the pack in a post plant. He's going to hit all those shots.
On to the next round, like you mentioned. Money broken, and Paper Rex have to play a little bit safer than before. Prowler goes down to clear out initial entrances around Pillar.
You get the Sheriff Light Armors out. Yudotan has got to judge armor here, because he's going to have an overdrive no matter what. So even if he does go down, can potentially invest that in the next round. Flash on out. Autumn sticks around. He's got his rendezvous for safety.
Oh.
Another missed opportunity.
Yeah, that's going to warn Paper X with the A sights. Wall being set up as well.
Envy on the lurk here. As the rest of Paper X set up a nice post plant on A. They're going looking for him.
Autumn has spotted him down at the end. We'll see if Envy can actually stand up to the task. Manages to fend off to it and looks for an escape route. Will be corralled by Javi at the very least, so that's a weapon picked up by GE now.
I mean, it's a win though. They took so long cleaning him up, and it took way too much time off the clock to come back in on this retake now, I'd assume.
More than likely. Pat, however, still stealthy as ever. Manages to take down a couple more. Javi now revealing himself out by stairs, and something looks to shoot himself back into the game. Paper X onto the 4th.
It's good recovery here on the attacking side. One more needed to make it definitely a winnable game. Now that Paper X can consider the chance of moving on to the defense. I'm hoping they won't be getting bombarded by Armageddons every other round.
We have our tiro. Hi, boy.
Another fight over towards A main for both of these teams on the cards here.
Get out of my way!
This time it's salvos Bit of zoning.
It's a dirty horn from Invi.
We'll alert Paper X as to how G might be positioned. Not wanting to poke around too much, they'll back off from the smoke.
Cheeky salvo trying to flush them into Yuditan, who does have the overdrive ready to rip if we end up in a retake scenario. Patman won off of the Armageddon here. He'd love to get another kill. I mean, they've won every single round that he's had it. Paper X very much slowing down this round, anticipating some aggression, but with only 58 seconds to figure out what they want to do here. Consume's coming in on B long. Stealth drone spots out the device is stuck around here.
Ooh, and then suddenly, it's that peek out from Yudotan. Immediately slapped down by something, though.
Oh!
And with quick updraft, the Blade Storm, he snipes down Javi. Pat, he's still in position, still has a chance. And with that kill, immediately off to the Armageddon. It's a bit off to the side, though, but just buys enough time for him to reposition himself. With the Thorns as well. Paper Rex just looking to segment more of the site. They've managed to snipe down Pat. All that's left is the back of sight, but here comes Autumn. Suddenly activated with that operator down to the 2v2. A plant afforded for Paper Rex. Autumn turns back around in an instant. 10 seconds left.
10 seconds
and
left.
Envy's starting to sweat.
He's dead.
Around the corners, jumping sortie. We've seen a few of these today, but nonetheless, it's GE to put themselves up on 8.
Switching sides.
Autumn finally connecting a couple of shots. Took the whole half for him to get into play there. This is ridiculous for something. I mean, Yuditan sees the device there by himself and thinks that's only the lurk, so he immediately just wants to go and bully him, not expecting the rest of Paper X to be behind. That's a ridiculous updraft for something. He just does things on Jet that I don't think other players are even aware of.
Halftime.
Despite that, it's GE with the round.
I mean, again, Pat just gets so much work done there in a situation where he would have like 10 HP and he was standing on the edge of like 2 or 3 different pieces of util. He still gets another kill. 500. 500. Damn, man.
When do you see that?
Yeah.
We've had some insane numbers past the first half, but this one takes it at a whole new level.
I mean, you got to get the Hong Tai at this point. If that's what he's doing with that.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
I mean, it's that kind of game, isn't it?
You're playing against former teammates. It definitely is.
Well, Paper X could definitely bring this one back on their defense, though. They've had a pretty pitiful start to Pearl after what was a just whitewash on split. Feels like they kind of just let their foot off the gas pedal and expect GE to give up. And it's been quite the opposite. I think you see this time and time again with Patman. When you push this man, he comes up with the goods. Very competitive player. A lot of people against Paper X on the Pacific stage would crumple, and Patman is definitely a special case.
An outlier. A leader sometimes for the GE team. Outside of A-Main for now, but Forsaken as well with some curious plays. Slight creep up from middle, but Javi...
What?
Okay, slight timing missed.
You cannot let him get away there. That's crazy. That was a freebie. I mean, you don't know what the rest of the setup is behind that, to be fair, so maybe you're thinking that someone's holding you, but it does feel like a missed opportunity. Stealth drone and Prowler going through the middle of the map either side, and Yuditan will make his way into quite a deep position after triggering the Vice Wall.
So full mid control for GE. Multiple launching pads to either side. Paper X suddenly cautious. 3-2 split.
It's going to be the A split, Forsaken and Divider hold.
And meanwhile, Pat on the lurk as well, something that he has done before on the Paper X squad. Still though, onto the site, and it's instant collisions. Forsaken being able to take down a few, but there goes Pat as well. So further hampering down the numbers advantage, if any, but suddenly Yudotan off to the corners. It's Forsaken. A bit of a lead for the Reptile squad now, and they will spread their arms all across the site. Turning back in towards the back of Flowers as well, and it's Forsaken off to a quad.
I mean, in a round where he should have been dead to rights, caught in middle there on the spot from Crystal. He comes up with 4. I mean, you're kicking yourselves as GE. And that's another round, like both pistols, where you plant default and then flip the map and wrap backside. And then you can't even play the post plant. Yutatan doesn't check this corner. Pat gets cleared out, nice little push together, something and Jing hand in hand in middle. And then it's dugout flowers wrap when it's not even planted for you.
His own name.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, G still has some timeouts left, so let's just continue to keep an eye on things for now. We're back into another A-main contest, but the Salvos doing quite a bit.
Something.
Okay.
Not really interested in how much util you throw at him. You know that he's always keen for a fight, especially against the pistols. And look, GE, it's very impressive A-main take. Really cool stuff. But
not against an outlaw.
Doesn't matter, bro.
Not against something. It's always something. You gotta imagine for Frost. So separated by 2 rounds now.
They give the orb. Couldn't really see it back there. Might have been Crystal. Flawless anti-eco for Paper Rex. It's a dead even game now as they head into their bonus round. Full buyout from GE. Some beautiful stuff prepped on their defensive side. Let's see what they come up with on attack.
Initial holds, anticipating Paper X to push and take control. Once again, if the Outlaw makes it a challenge, but gets tagged instead. Something comes back in for a re-peek. And now it's Pat.
Yeah, Patman and Autumn very low. Not what you'd want to be coming into this particular round with.
They're playing the long game, Pilly. Get the alt points.
Let Paper X back into the game. That's a longer game. Definitely.
Oh my god.
1-2 setup. This could be a C's hot hands if they come up art side here. Although Jing's already used it earlier in the round.
Oh, he got the Thorns instead. Just the off-angle held. Checked by the Prowler. And instantly quick on the trigger finger as well. Jing unfortunately goes down, but GE, slow as smooth, smooth as fast. They're trying to get themselves over on the side. Divide, enabled by the flashes, will go off on a tear. Despite the so-called weaker weaponry, suddenly it's Crystal into a 1v3. Still trying to isolate the duels, but not anticipating something around the corner with that Outlaw again. It's Paper X 7-8.
Without the Outlaw damage, the Spectre never looks that scary. I mean, against a full buy on that particular angle, you usually wouldn't even get 1 kill. You might get 1, and then you get traded. But when 2 of these players have 10 HP, that looks pretty nice. 3rd kill's even better onto Zavi, and then Crystal closed in on.
That's a bonus. Okay, so some alt points, but now you're allowing Paper X to possibly tie up the score.
Yeah, back down onto a half buy. Yutatan and Crystal with full armor though as they make their way towards street.
Paper X with the smokes, you got the shear wall as well. Jing around the back of connector. This is danger territory for GE. Looking to jump off the wall, but suddenly Jing comes in with a curveball. Oh, Divide, what have you done? Spray transfer.
I mean, that's just a complete shutdown. You can see GE is quite trepidatious, just staring at that Vice wall. Divide sitting inside of the smoke. And Jing well aware that they're not able to make any more inroads. Perfect curveball timing. Starts spraying away. And Divide to follow that up.